and dream big. Dream big. I know that sometimes some people will say, oh, your dream is too big, but it's okay to dream big, because it just helps you to keep going and keep going on that step to achieve that very big goal. So dream big. And if you find yourself in a place where you really cannot just move on, you can delegate people to do it for you. You can get people, or even find a mentor. Find a mentor who can actually advise you on alternatives. BAOS is one already. It's been 1 year and I am super excited. Well, if you don't know this and you don't know me, you don't know what this community is about. This is the Bola Adeyeye Omisade Show, a community where we support people to be the best version of themselves. And yeah, we launched on the 2nd of May, 2020, right at the peak of the pandemic, when we were faced with so many challenges. And I am excited that we have consistently premiered episodes every week. We have worked together as a community to support people to be the best version of themselves. And oh my God, the good news, the feedback, it's been so amazing. I've been encouraged, motivated that yes. And if this is the first time you're joining us, you're welcome to this community. I know we're going places. We're still going to keep supporting people. And thanks for being here. Those people that have been consistent, I just want you to share in the comments some things that you have found very useful over the course of the year, and the consistency has been so great. I know some people that are part of this community that when it's 1 p.m. they are already there. So thank you to all these people. And of course, for me, I always have to show up, isn't it? And that is why the theme or the topic for today is consistency and growth made easy. Consistency, for everywhere you find yourself, for everything you find yourself doing, you have to be consistent. And if I keep saying this to you all the time, I have to prove to you, I have to be an example. Oh, trust me, there have been days when I really feel like, oh God, do I need to do this? Because I need to set up, I need to switch on the lights, and actually I record this in the middle of the night, because at least some of you know that I have a daughter, isn't it? So she has to be in bed for me to be able to do this. So I have to put on my makeup so that, and there are days in which I'll be like, okay, no, we're not gonna do the makeup today, or just light something, just the eyebrow, and then because I just have to show up, and it's been 55 episodes. I can't believe it. I think there was a week I published about twice that week, so that's actually made it 55 episodes. But thank you for being part of this community and for encouraging me with your feedback. I had somebody say to me that thank you. Well, the person sent to me, this is the word in the person's word. Thanks for today's episode. And I was really down, but you sharing your story, you sharing your experience actually made me believe that I do not need to give up on myself. And after reading that message, I felt like I was doing something right, because I just come and speak to the cameras, and some of you share your thoughts and all that, but there are always times when I ask myself, am I actually doing the right thing? Is anyone listening to me? Yes, but with consistency, it's okay to feel that way. With being, because you're actually, you're doing something. It's either you're providing a service for yourself or for people, and I'll come back to that. I'll explain that later. in more details. But then you need to actually think that it's either I am doing this for myself or you're doing this for people. After I read that message, I felt so good, and I felt, okay, it means that somebody is actually listening. Somebody else sent me, said, oh, I've been struggling to set up this business. I've been hesitating, I've been hesitant. And after today's episode, I have actually made up my mind, and of course she's really doing well. That's another good one. Somebody also said, so many amazing testimonies. Now those testimonies did not come maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or even 5 months after I started. And that's one very key thing. Okay, so today I'll be sharing my story with you. And also I'll be saying thank you to those that have actually made time to share their thoughts, to contribute, to share their expertise, to answer people's questions. And of course, to those that have kept those questions coming in, because you ask questions, but the answers to those questions help others as well, helps me. And over the course of the year, I have grown a lot. How many of you feel that I have grown? If you look at the first episode and compare it to where I am now, there's still a lot of improvement. There's still room for improvement. I'm still growing. But even within myself, I know that I feel a lot confident. I feel a lot better than when I started sharing my thoughts and sharing my knowledge with you and all that. So tell me, what do you think has changed? Just leave in the comments and tell me. And also, I also like to hear from you over the course of the year. Is there anything specific that you remember that has actually helped you to be the best version of yourself? Can you leave those in the comments? I want to keep reading them because today we're going to party, and look at me all looking, pimp and ready for the first year anniversary of BAOS. I have done this consistently, and I'm actually the topic for today is to encourage you, is to motivate you that you can do it. All you need to do is keep showing up. Keep showing up. Is it in that relationship? Is it in that business? Sometimes I remember when I first met my husband, I didn't love him straight away, but the consistency was there. The hello was consistent. We looked out on each other. He reached out all the time. So all you need to do is show up, reach out. With your business, there are days where the sales are not the way they are supposed to be, they're not the way that you expect them to be. All you need to do is show up just the way I keep showing up, even though sometimes I've just uploaded the video maybe 2 hours before it is aired, or days where the internet is really bad and I can't upload the episodes, so, but you need to show up. Please, can you tell me? And for those that actually join me consistently, and even those, you don't have to join me consistently, of course, but I know some of you do look at the catch-ups and all that, but tell me, what does it feel like to always go back to those episodes, to click on the BAOS channel, to click on the BAOS for official BAOS Facebook page to say, okay, I have to catch up on this episode. What does it feel like? What is the feeling like? I don't know, for some reason, I'm just super excited because I really can't believe that I have done this for 1 year. I remember on the first day, the first episode, oh my God, I think about an hour before the video finally uploaded, an hour before the episode, and I had to actually change what it looked like. When I did the first recording, we had actually spent about 4 or 5 hours doing all this recording, and just right maybe we had maybe about 5 or maybe 10 minutes to go, so the camera went off. Oh my God. You can imagine, after setting up, doing all this, my makeup and looking pimp, and And then we had to do another one. I had to look for lightning and all that. But this is me here today. You know, how many of you are so proud of me? Because yes, I'm patting myself on the back. Yeah, well done. You know, so please tell me if you're really proud of me. You know, I know. I just want to hear that from you. Okay, so today I'll be sharing a couple of things that have actually kept me going, because trust me, if anyone says to you that there is anything perfect, there is a perfect thing as being very consistent, and you have to be on point, you have to be perfect to the full stop. That is not true. Okay, even those people that maybe go to the gym regularly and they have not stopped going to gym all their life, there are days where they feel like, oh, I don't feel like going, and all they do is maybe on the spot in their room. They don't even step the gym. So there's nothing like being perfect. Okay, and today I said, yeah, consistency and growth made easy. At the end of this episode, what are the things I want you to take out? I want you to understand that for you to be successful, for you to grow, consistency is key. Consistency is very, very important. Now, consistency does not mean that you have to be perfect with what you do. Sometimes you can actually show up in with you not performing as expected, with you actually looking at the performance saying, oh, this is really bad, but that is okay. It is okay. All you need to do is show up and do it. Okay, now there are a couple of things that needs to be very clear. Okay, the first one is, what is your vision and what is the goal for that business? What is your goal for that relationship? What is the goal for providing that service? It needs to, that is one of the things that needs to keep you going. Sometimes when I feel like, oh God, today I really just don't feel like doing this video, I've had a very busy week, or sometimes I feel like, "Oh, I don't want to contact this person to come and, I'm going to be disturbing them." But I always have to remember that there's somebody out there that needs to hear this. There's somebody that has actually sent that message to me to say, can you get somebody to talk about this? I've been going through this challenge. I have to show up for that person. I have to help that person, to support that person to be a better version of themselves. And so I always use the initial aim, the initial goal of launching BAOS to encourage myself to say, okay, somebody needs to hear this. And if that is you, that you have actually put your vision to motivate you to just keep going. Just let me know how you have done it, because today I really, really want us to, we're reflecting, isn't it? It's a reflecting time, so I want you to always put your vision right in front of you to help you keep you going, to keep you being consistent. And it, like I have said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, the other thing is, what are your values? Do you really have values? You need to ask yourself, okay, what are my values? Because just like I keep saying to you, somebody said to me, oh, motivational speaker. And I felt hesitant. I said, I'm not a motivational. I said, yes, I am a motivational speaker, because I want my life to be an example to others. I want to tell my story. I want to tell my story to support people. I want to tell my story to encourage people that there are certain things that is possible, So yes, I am a motivator, because I want to motivate you, so sometimes it might not look the way it's supposed to be. And I take it back to these are my values. I want my life to be an example to others. I want to live a life and that's part of my core values. So you always need to go back to, what are my values? And when you remember that, it has to help you, to keep you going, to keep you consistent. Now, if you're watching this at this time, you need to keep asking yourself, am I really consistent? Am I really consistent? Is there something that I am doing that I'm not consistent at? And some of you might actually be watching this because you feel that you're not consistent. I just want you to keep watching this because I'm like I said, I'm going to give you examples and scenarios where I have actually felt like things are not going well, but I just had to show up. And that's all you need to do. Just the way you are showing up now, it's a step ahead. It's a step in the right direction to help you achieve that goal. So initially I said you need to go back to your goals, understand what your vision is, and let that help you to be consistent. You also need to think about your values, okay? And then your passion. What are you passionate about? I'm passionate about making people smile. I'm passionate about making people become themselves, being the best version of themselves, and that is one of the reasons, and that will keep me going. And the same thing, if it's that business, if it's that product that you're selling, I want you to, because it's your passion, you're passionate about providing a service, you're passionate about providing a product or supplying a product, or helping people have improved quality of life by using your product. So, and that's your passion. So you need to use that as a guide to make you consistently moving, thriving. And do not be too hard on yourself. Do not be too hard on yourself. You have to actually create an opportunity to be very, very flexible. Be very flexible, because that works hand in hand with consistency. So if at some point you really have to go to the gym by 5 a.m. and there are days where you cannot meet up the 5 a.m. time, and they are your scheduled 5 a.m. allocated time, you can move it to sometime later in the day. You can move it to maybe 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. just before you go to bed. Don't be too rigid. Don't be too rigid. And also you have to be very, very creative. Be very creative. I try to be creative with some of the things that I do. I remember there was a time where it was a very, very busy week, and I needed to update my lecture for the students, but there was this specific topic that I felt that I needed to share with them. And then I thought, oh, do I really have to? I can actually adapt what other people have done, I can actually, and of course I have to reference appropriately. And then I was very flexible and creative with the way that I actually delivered that lecture. And trust me, one student sent me an email. Apparently I even had to upload the feedback on LinkedIn, because I thought, okay, this is not really what I just had to do this because it was just the easiest way out. For me, it wasn't not that it wasn't appropriate, but it was like bad. And I was shocked that so many students were happy with it. So what am I trying to say? Sometimes in the process of being, maybe you're trying to give up, you feel you're not, just try and say, how can I be creative? How can I do things differently? And you'll be shocked that might be what people will find quite exciting. That might be the aspect of your product that people will find very, very useful. So be very, very creative. Do not give up on yourself. All you need to do is you need to keep showing up. Now, I want to use this scenario. If you keep going to the gym, okay, you said, I want to lose maybe 2 or 3 stones. And then you go to the gym the first day, you look at the mirror, and then you can't see any, or maybe you stand on the scale, and then you can't see any difference. And then you go the second day, the third day, you keep going on the scale, you can't see any difference. Trust me, you need to keep going to the gym consistently for so long period of time for you to be able to see the effects. But we are very quick to give up. We're very quick to give up, and just after the 4th or maybe the first week, and we can't really see any change, we feel, oh, this gym is not working. No, that's not the way. You just have to keep, if it's 10 minutes every day, you have to keep doing that 10 minutes for a long period of time. You know, some people have said to me that, oh, I'm not very clever, I'm not very brilliant, I can't study. And I have said to them, I said, well, comparing myself to my siblings, I'm not very great, you know, I'm not the best of them all, you know. But I remember my mom, at some point when I was in she's my elder sister, but yes, I am now her adopted daughter. And I know that she's watching this, you know, she's adopted me. So, but I remember when I was in the last year of my secondary school, and I was supposed to prepare for my WAEC, and she wanted me to study, and I kept saying, no, I'm not reading, and she smacked me bad, you know. She said, you have to read. And, you know, of course, me, the Bola that I am, I said, no, I'm not reading. But after so many years, I said, and I look back, and I realized that reading is actually my go-to area. Even when I'm not happy, I just start reading. I can sit on my computer and read and just be there. And, you know, so so at some point when somebody was saying to me that I'm not very clever, I said to them, I said, all you need to do is do it consistently. Reading has actually become something that I really like because I have done it consistently for so many years, you know. So my mommy, thank you for those smacking, but I hope you're actually proud of me now. You know, just let me know in the comments, you know, my pretty mommy, Mama K, you know, let me know in the comments if you're actually proud of me. And thank you for those times where you're actually concerned and you wanted me to be the best version of myself. Yeah. So what am I trying to say? To be consistent and to grow, you need to set goals for yourself, because sometimes when you feel like giving up, you need to actually journal and ask yourself, reflect, okay, what are the things, what's the possible reason why I really want to give up? So write them down and set new goals. In the process of setting those goals, you begin to, you just become really motivated. You begin to be gingered because you're reflecting on things that have gone wrong. You're reflecting on things that have actually that have gone well as you expect. And of course, you're actually making plans and dream big. You know, dream big. I know that sometimes some people will say, oh, your dream is too big, but it's okay to dream big, because it just helps you to keep going and keep going on that step to achieve that very big goal. So dream big. And if you find yourself in a place where you really cannot just move on, you can delegate people to do it for you. You can get people, you know, or even find a mentor. Find a mentor who can actually advise you on alternatives. I just don't want you to give up. And it is for anyone who is successful. If you read their stories, there have actually been times where they feel like they are not being consistent, but all they do is they just show up. They show up. And that's why when you feel, if this is you're watching this and you know that thing that you are doing, you are not being very consistent, you know, look for somebody who is doing well in your area and speak to them and say, this is the challenge that I'm facing. How have you faced something like this? And please share with me how you have actually overcome this. Now, one very key thing that I need to say to you is, when you keep showing up, there's always an opportunity to learn. You know, you learn something every day. You do something different every day. You know, with me, trust me, just doing these episodes have actually helped with my communication skills. It has helped with my timing. It has even helped me in my home. It has helped me with my job, you know. So, and that is just because I show up every week. I show up every week because I have to prepare for these episodes. I have to ensure that I send emails to guests. I have to, so all those tiny little bit of things accumulate. So when you take those, when you just keep showing up, is an accumulation of so many resources, so many skills, so many things that you putting together to be the best version of yourself. Hence, if you want to grow, you need to take those tiny little bit of steps. You need to take those steps one after the and just keep showing up. Even when it actually feels like, oh, this is not working. There was one week, I think sometime last year, where not even one single person was available to watch the episode, and not even on YouTube and Facebook. But I felt, yeah, this is okay. And I was all through, and I think it was a very long episode, and nobody was was live with me. I felt like giving up. But then I said, no, somebody will pick this up later. Somebody needs to hear this. So when you feel like you are not actually selling that product, you need to just keep going on, just keep showing up, because there is an opportunity to learn something new, because and that's when you need to start asking yourself questions that, am I actually not serving them right? Am I not doing things the right way? Am I not meeting people's needs? And do I need to actually get them involved? Because you're actually providing a service to people. Do I need to get them involved and ask them, okay, what is it you want to hear? What do you want me to, how do you want this product to be presented? So it is always an opportunity. And like I would always say, even if you have failed, there is always an opportunity to learn something new. Because the reason why you have failed can be, there will possibly be a solution. So it's an opportunity to learn what the solution is. So if you want to be consistent and you want to grow, you need to learn how to embrace failure as an opportunity to learn something new. If you want to be consistent and you want to grow, you need to be able to understand that there is a big picture. You need to understand that there is a goal. There is somebody that you're providing this service for. It's either you're providing the service for yourself or you're providing the service for someone, because like I said, in this episodes, it's been an opportunity for me to learn something new. It's been an opportunity for me to improve on myself. It's been an opportunity for me to actually support you. It's been an opportunity to listen to others. It's been an opportunity to share people's problems, to feel their pain. So always use these opportunities of when you are not being consistent, because it is an opportunity to say that I am not being consistent. You are aware. So it means that you are actually conscious that something is wrong, and it is a skill on its own. So if you want to grow, in your business, if you want to go in wherever you find yourself, in your job, you have to just keep showing up and be consistent. Okay, be very flexible, be very creative. And I would like to say that I actually want to give an example of something that happened, I think, over the Christmas. I slept off, and so what happened was, I was supposed to record the video just I think that night, and I think it was a Friday night, the episode was going to premiere. And I woke up at about, I think, 5 a.m. And the whole process of me recording takes about 4 to 5 hours. And I was panicking. I felt so bad. I felt, okay, I'm not just going to record any episode this week. And then I went back to bed. But at some point I said, why? And that week, somebody had specifically asked that I talk about that topic. And then I remembered that I'm actually not showing up. I'm not living up to my expectation of, because of course I am providing a service. Let's just give it that scenario. You are not providing, I would not be providing the service when it is needed. And then I go back up, and apparently I don't think I did any makeup. I just grabbed a casual wear. I wore it, and then I recorded the episode just quickly. It wasn't really great, but after that episode, somebody from the Philippines called me and she cried. Now, it wasn't about crying, it was about how much that episode, how she needed to hear that at that time. It was more about how that episode was what she needed to be the best version of herself. So at every point where you feel like you want to give up on that relationship, at every point where you feel like you want to give up on that business, you need to remember that it's okay to not show up in your best version. All you need to do is show up, because you don't know where that breaking point is. You don't know where that breakthrough is. You don't know when that person will start loving you. So just keep being consistent. We have talked about consistency, and thanks to Taiwo, who shared his thoughts on why consistency is key. In everything you find yourself doing, for you to grow, you need to take those gradual and consistent steps. And this is a time where I would like to thank those people, because of course it is the first year anniversary, and I would like to say thank you to one of the most important person, who without him I wouldn't have been able to maybe do any of this. And that is my permanent husband, my one and only Peter Omisade. I want to say, I want to ask everyone on my behalf, can you please say in the chat, thank you, Peter. He's actually, sometimes he's had to cancel his shifts just to look after our daughter so that I can record this episode. So thank you to Peter. Thank you for those times where you've given me feedback, even the times we have invited you and it wasn't you, but then you had to show for me. You had to stand with me. So I'm very, very grateful, Peter. And of course, I call him my Oga, and I am Emi Oga. So everyone, can you just please say thank you to Peter for being the best husband, and also for showing up as well. I want to thank everyone, all our guests, thank you all for making time, even out of your busy schedules. Some people have out of their very tight schedules try to come to share their thoughts, to share their opinion. Thank you. I'm very, very grateful you have actually impacted people's lives. You've made people's life, you've made people live their best lives. by sharing your thoughts, by sharing your expertise. And I appreciate every single time. We're looking ahead to so many more years of supporting ourselves, of being the best version of ourselves, you know. And yes, to every one of you that are part of this community, without you, I wouldn't be here. You know, sometimes I always look how many people have watched, you know, how many people have listened. And I'm always happy at the turnouts, you know, because some people have just made it, they've made it like they've been consistent, you know. And, you know, like I said, I'm always excited. I'm always excited to see you all. So thank you. Thank you. So let the party get started, because we are going to party a lot, you know. So, and if you're still watching now, can you let me know? I want to know those things that you have actually learned, and those things that we can actually do to get better. So those things that I can do to improve on helping you, to support you to be the best version of yourself. Can you leave them in the comments? I also like to give a shout out to my mother. You know, it was her birthday 2 days ago, and she was 73. And yes, thank you. Thanks for being the best mom ever. And I wish you a very happy birthday. I hope you had an amazing day. Yeah, I know you did, isn't it? Yeah. You know, and thanks for your support as well. I know there are days where she's missed the episode, or maybe she's late, and then she would jump, yeah, you know, just to show me some support and to be part of the community. So yeah, thank you, Mom. I'm super grateful. I wish you many happy returns and long life and prosperity. So if you're watching this, just keep saying happy birthday to my mom. Yeah, thank you, Mommy. I love you so much, and God bless you. And yeah, I think this is where I'm going to stop, because I don't want to take so much of your time. Thank you for watching this episode. Thanks for joining me today. And I hope to see you. It's a brand new year from next week. And I'm looking forward to an exciting year. I'm looking forward to new plans, new episodes, new topics, and, you know, contents in making us all the best version of ourselves. Thank you so much. And then this is Bola Adeyeye Omisade, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.